sustain the length of time. I feel like that was needed at that time. And I think that now if you look at it, that's the last record where I feel like, you know, Drake gave his full best effort, at least whatever that means. And like,
what's up everybody, welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. By now, certain things about Drake's career are undeniable. He's one of the most commercially successful artists of all time, and the numbers speak for themselves. He holds records for the most solo entries on the Hot 100, the most top 10 hits, and the most consecutive weeks on the Hot 100, among countless others. Name a streaming record, and it probably belongs to Drake. But there's still some other things about Drake that will inspire heated debates. Today we are diving into one of them. What are his best and worst projects? Drake has countless bona fide hits, but everyone likes to argue whether he has classic albums or not. Maybe you're nostalgic for early 2010s Drizzy and Take Care is your favorite, or maybe he won you over with Nothing Was the Same.
Drake, this, and if you look at the context of the career, right, it's probably still fair to say no matter what. Honestly, Nevermind is probably the least favorite Drake album, right?
At least in the hip hop space.
Yeah, right. So that record didn't really land, I don't think, completely the way he wanted. He pivoted to this with Savage and made a collab thing that was strong, which people didn't see coming, which he did before with Future. And I feel like in many ways it even had more impact than Future. I feel like the Future one had the Jumpman record, but it didn't sustain the length of time. I feel like that was needed at that time. And I think that now if you look at it, that's the last record where I feel like, you know, Drake gave his full best effort, at least whatever that means, and like is there. I don't think anything that's come after that, Loverboy and Dogs and all those other records, haven't fully landed the way he gave you his best here. So, you know, but it's a good debate. That's a healthy debate.
Yeah, I think it's a good album. I think it's honestly a very good Drake project, and a very good 21 Savage project.
But I think I'd rather listen to that right now than putting back on Loverboy, Certified.
Loverboy was before this though.
Okay, yeah, sorry. So what was after that? For All My Dogs?
For All My Dogs, and
definitely more than For All My Dogs, I would say. You know, but yeah, I guess that's the point though. Hey, what do you think about that? Do you think that if you say album is like a top tier album, do you count how many skips you have from that album, or that doesn't matter to you?
Don't matter to me. Usually I skip records after I've consumed the album to know like it give my fair critique on it.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of Her Loss. To me, I'm with Jeremy. It's whatever to me.
How many Drake classics do you have?
Songs or
no albums? Don't say none.
Don't say none.
Don't say none. They already think you're completely biased.
I'm not.
You have 0 Drake classics. Take Care isn't a classic album to you.
Let me look.
You have to look.
Yeah, I gotta look. You think I memorize people's albums like you? I'm not you.
I don't think you memorize. I think you know enough.
I got a lot of shit
Good
going
Kid, Mad
on.
City's a classic. you know To Pimp a Butterfly's classic. You don't know every song. You don't remember Take Care? Remember?
I like Take Care.
Motherfucker.
I like Take Care, but I don't go back and play the album.
You don't have to for it to be a classic. You don't have to replay every single album.
I got hella skips on this album.
So Take Care's not a classic.
Skips don't matter.
Well, I'm going on based on his criteria.
No, I'm saying that's your criteria.
About Nothing Was the Same?
Oh, this is bad. We got to pivot out of this. We got to get out of this.
I'm happy to have this debate.
No, not a classic.
Not a classic. Why?
I didn't like the Own It song. I didn't like the Connect song.
Connect. Oh, that's in my top 10 Drake songs.
That's amazing for you, King.
You are the baseball announcer.
Yeah.
Okay. It's easy. It's faster if I tell you the songs I do like.
Okay, tell me what.
I like All Me.
Yeah.
I didn't like Pound Cake. I know people love that song.
I didn't like that much.
I like Hold On, We're Going Home.
Great cast.
I like Worst Behavior.
Yeah.
I like Started From the Bottom. That's it. That's the singles.
Do you like 3 songs on Nothing Was the Same?
So you just like Drake's singles. That's the respect you give him.
I like Drake with the melodies.
Big records and hits. You respect his slaps. You don't respect his full bodies of work the same way.
I don't care.
He has a lot of melodies on there.
I understand that.
Time, Connect,
Too Much. Drake his props is one of the great ones, right?
He is one of the GOATs.
But how could he be one of the
best to ever do it?
How could he be that if you don't have an album that you love to that standard though?
He does have a record.
So Far Gone?
No, the album I'm saying.
Oh, like a whole album?
Yeah.
Collect. I don't categorize my artists like that. I look at their catalog.
So you could be a GOAT without having a GOAT album, a great album per se.
Is Reggie Miller a GOAT?
No.
Why not? Because he didn't win the championship?
No, he's just he's one of the best players, but he's not in that GOAT conversation.
Why not?
I don't know. I didn't watch him. I was too young.
He's not Steph
But I
Curry.
know
Steph
that I
Curry
haven't
got
heard
them
him.
chips.
Yeah, that makes you elite. That makes you a champion. But you could still be one of the greatest to ever do it and not have a classic
The
album.
choke moment was incredible. Pause.
Okay.
But you know what I'm talking about when he went out, it was like that, and it was like
Spike
11
Lee?
points. Yeah, it's Spike Lee. Okay, so you're saying no to So Far
Jeremy,
Gone,
you're
no
gonna
to
make Jeremy
Nothing Was the
cry.
Same, no to Take Care.
You're not gonna get him, Jeremy.
No to If You're Reading This Too.
You don't think If You're Reading This got disqualified because that's when the whole drama happened with?
I liked Energy. I like 10 bands.
I think it hurt it.
I like Energy. I like 10 bands. And maybe Company with Travis
Drake
Scott.
scorecard. Drake Cass.
What's okay? We'll move on from Drake. We'll go back to Kendrick for a second. But what are your favorite Drake songs of all time? Then I just need to know your
Of all time? I liked
Hotline Bling.
No. I don't like Hotline Bling at all.
I want to see Gigi Head rocking out the Hotline
I like the
Bling.
motto.
Okay, West Coast.
I like Truffle Butter. That's not my biggest favorite. Oh, my favorite of all time is the question, right?
Your favorite Drake songs of all time?
Okay. The motto. I like Started from the Bottom or Energy. Those two are interchangeable.
Okay.
And
So you kind of like aggressive Drake. Those aren't with the melodies.
yeah, but I like no, I don't. Headlines is one of my favorites.
Okay, that has melodies.
Like Headlines is one of my favorite Drake songs of all
Yeah.
time.
Lead single off Take Care.
You like Drake every time he talks tough. Energy, Headlines.
Well,
What'd you
melodic
say?
talking tough.
Melodic
I
talking
got
tough.
enemies. Got a lot of enemies.
Well, I don't look at that as talking tough. Those are aspirational.
No, he said run up on me, you'll find out, basically, on Energy.
What'd he say?
To defeat your ops isn't inspirational, aspirational.
No, aspirational in the sense like, okay, put it to you this way. I like ambiguous Drake. I don't like when he's directly talking to someone. I don't think he does that well.
He said fucking with the kid and pray for you.
Fuck with the kid and pray for a nigga. He didn't say pray for you. He said pray for a
No,
nigga.
he said pray for you on Genius. He said pray for your.
Pray for your nigga.
Yeah.
DJ had just out here disrespecting one of the greatest hip hop catalogs out here.
Literally, say what you want, but this is one of the best catalogs of all time.
Look, Jeremy,
Trying.
DJ Head, you've been on the record that, with all respect to Not Like Us being the big hit record that it is, it's probably the biggest fucking record of the year. It's now the greatest diss song of all time. It's beat Hit 'Em Up. It's over. Unbelievable, but it's happened. Euphoria, another great Kendrick Lamar record.
Ooh, let's jump with the.
I like how you do that, actually. That's my favorite. It's interesting that record, I guess it was submitted. Was it submitted? It was submitted also.
I have no
for
knowledge of this.
consideration. I think it was submitted for
I
consideration.
think they said it was, yeah.
Yeah. That
Sound
all the
like so.
nominations went to Not Like Us and not that song, which that feels more, let's say, Grammy friendly.
Best rap performance.
Why?
Yeah. Because it doesn't have salacious content like pedophilia allegations and things of that nature, right? So
History lessons about Atlanta.
you know what I'm saying?
Wop,
I saw
wop,
something back in the day.
wop.
Speaking of WAP, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion. Remember
Whores
that
in
record?
this house. There's some whores in this house.
That was one of your joints. You like that
Yeah.
one? That got you through the pandemic.
Nah. I played the record.
I
though.
saw something, Jeremy. You can check. I think Cardi did not submit that record for the Grammys because she didn't want the backlash of winning a Grammy for that type of record, right? That she would get.
Yes,
From
was
certain
concerned about internet backlash and reaction and conservative criticism.
Why is Kendrick now not concerned that, to me, now, no matter how you look at it, as history goes on years from now, this whole battle is going to be defined by one record called Not Like Us. So why is Kendrick comfortable standing on that record as being with the content it has, the record?
It's the best record. It's the biggest record. It's the kill shot. It's the finishing move.
Yeah.
Did you play Mortal Kombat?
No.
Mortal Kombat is, you finish him, and that's, that's it. I think that's the only reason. The thing is, Euphoria is a great record. Like I've advocated, coped for that record, but not like it's nothing. There was nothing like this phenomenon. The Dodgers were playing it, spraying champagne on each other.
I don't know if we have to pause there.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. We can
pause
leave it.
it?
They
You know
said
what I'm
we're too misogynistic,
pause
so
allowed?
we won't pause that one. In the comments.
Like, bro, you got to think about this, bro. Like, It's just there's been nothing, anything not named Shabuzi. There's been nothing this year.
See, what would be my theory when I said this, that it has the side of unification, right? Like,
correct.
No one wants to say that part, right?
Correct.
And even I cut out heat when I said that shit. Now it speaks to my accountability later on. I caught heat when I said that he turned the negative into a positive in that sense of unification.
Yeah.
Power of the West Coast. A lot of this kind of stuff that with hip hop history, we talked a little earlier before we got on mic about, the tension at times, or like the West not being accepted the same way because East Coast started hip hop at the time, right? So it speaks to all that, right?
Yeah. And also you got to think about it too. From the unification perspective, it definitely did galvanize a whole region.
I call it the Great Canadian Unifier.
Actually, I got it, and I got a theory too, Jeremy. And you tell me if you agree with me or not.
Okay.
I think as time's going on, it's not even about the pedophile shit as much as it's not. To me, that never. I remember in real time that almost landed. Right. I remember going to get some coffee and like it was a bar. What do you call them? Bartistas?
Barista. Yeah.
Barista.
Yeah. I was thinking of the wrestler. I was thinking Batista.
Dave Batista. Dave Batista. A barista?
A barista, yes.
A Caucasian barista gentleman that I have a coffee shop I frequent.
Yeah.
Was like, Elliott, man, what's up with this? Drake? Is it true? Is it true? Like his world shattered that Drake could be a real creepy guy, allegedly, right?
Yeah.
Like his world. So in real time, I think when that song first came out, there was a little of that going on of like, oh my God, like, is there something we don't know about this guy? Like, is it like, we know he dates young women, but is everybody like, is there something creepy going on here, right? In real life. And then I think that slowly died down. And now I think it's like, if anything landed from that record in terms of like content, it's the third verse about Atlanta, colonizer type stuff. Like the problem this guy lacks of understanding culture and how things move, right? That landed. And then he makes records with people from Atlanta. He's in the bleachers with Lotto and shit from fucking history, the history. Like, so that landed to me. Like, I feel like it's become less and less about that wild accusation. And that just seems like cheap shots and, humor and like low blow and just comedy of it. And people not taking it seriously, where the other part of it, the Atlanta shit and the character assassination and what he means in hip hop and his place in hip hop, that's held to me.
I think that's held more in the hip hop world. What I will say is I speak to the whites outside of the hip hop world sometimes. Different world.
So they're still on that.
There's people who are like, they're like, Drake might be a pedophile. Is Drake?
Yeah, see, I caught that earlier.
They don't, because they haven't dug into all this stuff, and they don't even really know maybe the other songs in the battle. Maybe they just heard Not Like Us, and they're just like, what is? I think there are people that are like, what's happening in hip hop? I think we've kind of all agreed to move past the wild allegations on both sides for the most part, and just let it be about the music. I think that people have gotten over it for the most part in hip hop. That's my theory. But what do you think?
Why are you smiling like that? That's really the question.
The Not Like Us phenomenon was a unifier for a region, sonically and content wise, right?
Yes, sir.
The feel, the vibe, the movement, the tempo, all of the things. Again, I can't speak on certain things, but I will say, if you are from west of Texas, have your affairs in order. There's a tidal wave coming. Be ready.
Stay on stream.
Stay on stream.
That's why there's so many West Coast projects dropping right now. It's like everybody's trying to get theirs before the tsunami. Have you heard any of the tsunami?
I like how you phrase it. I mean, listen, I've heard records of different individuals that are from California.
Any that are from Compton?
I've heard records from people from Compton.
Don't start that broccoli thing. Don't start it now, Jeremy.
Hey, did he respond? Can you just tell me if he responded to the text that you sent him with my DM?
No, he did not respond. God damn it.
He didn't
no Santa Claus.
He didn't respond to the text I sent him about you. No,
he didn't.